Every meal works to fill food gaps, periods of time when students don't have access to meals that they otherwise receive at school. The main one being the weekends. We're able to provide food to students directly where they're at school. The program is completely free, there are no qualification requirements, and all students in every school are able to participate.
When a meal shows up in your backpack, what does that feel like?
Heavy, my back hurts when I carry it.
Yeah? Is it really that heavy?
Yeah, it has a lot of cans, and that's what brings the weight.
On Fridays, I go to my backpack, I find tuna, rice, and pineapple.
And what kinds of cans are in there?
There's sometimes fish cans, sardines, or tuna, and like fruit cans.
I get tuna in my bag and I share with my cat,
What's your cat's name?
Birdie.
And does Birdie like it?
Yes.
And those bags include an American meal, which usually will have something like spaghetti or macaroni and cheese. We have an Asian meal that usually has rice noodles. Sometimes we'll have ramen in it. We have Hispanic meal, which has masa and different fruits like mango in there. We have an East African meal, which will have rice and beans usually. And then our last meal package is our snack pack, which will have things like raisins and nuts and fruit roll-ups, things like that.
Food is just one way we express ourselves as individuals, and by providing culturally relevant food items, we're able to provide some comfort in having familiar items, as well as give a sense of belonging. Every Meal is thrilled to be partnered with 37 schools across the St. Paul Public School District. The majority of those are elementary schools, but we also partner with a number of middle school and secondary schools as well. Across those 37 schools, we have just over 1,400 students enrolled to participate in our weekend meal program.
So we try our best to sign families up at the beginning of the school year so they can receive the food right away, and we'll receive it throughout the entire school year. And we'll continue to take registration form throughout the school year. So oftentimes too, if families' situations change and maybe they didn't need food before but they need food now, we can definitely help them fill that request, or new families that come into our school as well. I think our students definitely do feel special receiving a bag, but we do our best to kind of keep it on the down low while we are doing our distributions, because we don't want anyone to feel like an outcast or different from their peers that maybe don't need the food over the weekend. Sometimes we have families reach out and say, can you put a little more in my kid's backpack this week? Or can we switch to a different bag? But families are always very, very grateful and very happy about the food that they receive for the weekend.
Being nourished really leads to better attentiveness in class and more positive interactions amongst peers. So providing a small bag of non-perishable food items is really our way of simply supporting these children and youth in our communities, and hopefully also alleviating some stress and anxiety that families might feel trying to put food on their tables.
We often hear that this is the food that they get for dinner or for the food that they get over the weekend, because that is all that they have. And just being able to make sure our kids are safe and fed over the weekend is really great, and that they can come back to school on Monday ready to learn and in the right headspace for that.
We are so grateful for our partnership with the St. Paul Public Schools and collaborating with the district to fill this weekend food gap and ensure students have access to adequate nutrition.